Put the wrong word down, you will lose marks. So you have to make sure you know your lefts and rights. So we start by looking at the veins. So at the top, this one that's cut, this is the superior vena cava. Underneath, we have the inferior vena cava. Then if we go back to the superior vena cava, it branches, so it's two branches, both of which are the brachiocephalic. So there's a right brachiocephalic and a left brachiocephalic vein. Each brachiocephalic then branches again into two separate branches. One goes up towards the neck and one goes out towards the arm, and you have that on both sides. So the one that goes up towards the neck is going to be your external jugular. So this one that I'm holding is the right external jugular. The vein that goes out towards the arm, that is the subclavian vein. So this one that I'm holding here is the right subclavian. So again, you have the superior vena cava, which branches into the right and left brachiocephalic. The brachiocephalic then branches into the external jugular, so the right external jugular here, and the left subclavian vein. On the other side, it's the same thing. You have the left brachiocephalic branch into the left external jugular vein and the left subclavian vein. Any questions about that? No. So those are all the veins that you need to know. So when you peel the veins back underneath, you can see the arteries. So when you're looking at the arteries, you want to look for this big branch that comes off the aorta. This big branch that comes off is the brachiocephalic artery. This artery will then have three separate branches coming off of it. So you'll have 1, 2, 3 branches. The first branch is going to be your right subclavian artery. Next to that, you have the right common carotid artery. And then next to that, you have the left common carotid artery. Then you go down, and there's a separate branch coming off the aorta, and that is going to be the left subclavian artery. So again, you find the big branch first. That is the brachiocephalic artery, which then branches into the right subclavian artery, the right common carotid artery, and the left common carotid artery. Then there's a separate branch coming off the aorta, and that is the left subclavian artery. So one thing you guys can use to maybe try and remember these is if you try to think of it like a caret sub, so the carotids would be the carrots, and they're always going to be in the middle. And if you think of the subclavian as the bread, they're always going to be on the outside. So you're going to have subclavian, common carotid, subclavian. Does that make sense?
So red carrot. I mean, red
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah, so the carrots are in the middle always, and then the bread's on the outside. Yeah. So that's how you can try and remember those. And then you just have to remember again the left and right. So your left will be the cat's right, vice versa. And then if you're having trouble on the test remembering, because for instance there's a brachiocephalic vein and a brachiocephalic artery. If you're having trouble remembering which one you're looking at, just look at the column of left. If what you're looking at, if what